Here's the outstanding projected top 5 pick, Jalen Green. 5 on the shot clock. Green fires a straight-on 3, and it rims out.
Crossover to the finish. I mean, he's playing phenomenal, and you know, when he's playing like that, he draws attention, and he's willing to make the right play.
There on the free throws, it's an effort to keep the pace of things going. So 1 free throw for 2 points here until the final 2 minutes of the game, and a good-looking drop.
Get to your spot, put that left foot in the ground, spin move to an easy layup.
Nice job by Green as well. Or even the high school ranks as Jalen Green goes to work.
Yep.
Steps back, and Green knocks down the 3. Jalen Green. Half-second difference between shot and game clock. Green, one-on-one with Alizé Johnson. Unable to connect. They throttled Austin by 35, but they are down double digits here to a good Raptors 905 team. And there's Jalen Green to the bucket.
Big pick and roll to a jump shot. And they're getting, I mean, it's a wide open shot. They're just not making the shots at the clip.
Look at that hang time by Green.
You know, I can't even say we've seen the mid-range because we don't see much of them because they're either getting an open 3 or a layup.
There's Jalen Green knifing his way to the bucket.
Plays for each other and their guards.
Alizé Johnson is putting together a spectacular game. Here's Green on the 3.
Say it, Kevin. You just see no ball movement. They go to a quick action. You don't get anything, and they go stagnant to a one-on-one offense to the 4th quarter. You're already down a big number. You're down double digits. So I just, you know, for me, this is probably why I wouldn't coach or have a coaching job very long. But
can the Ignite, as we approach the 30-second mark, trying to chip away once more. Green steps back into one, and a good-looking.
Right now, having the point guard turn with a little pressure instead. So that's something we hope that we see going in the beginning of the 4th quarter.
3-pointer to end.
You know, late in the 3rd quarter, you want to see what you can get, what the defense looks like with your defensive intensity and pressure. Yeah, it's time to get this young man the ball again and let him just be athletic and gifted on the offense. So, ladies and gentlemen, if you guys were at home wondering, can he play in the post and did he have footwork? Now you see he can do it outside and he can do it inside in the post.
20-point game. The Ignite need points in a hurry. There's Green.
That's the right guy. Job done. And what he's doing is just increasing his value. And I'm sure teams are looking at him right now as another guy who could come in.
Green behind a screen. Second effort.
Game losing streak and get into the playoffs. Ignite started the year 4-0. They're 3-7 since. He played in the NBA 13 years. Amir Johnson out in the starting lineup as well. Has 14 years of. Jalen Green, an 0 for 2 start, is heard from here in the 1st.
He picked quite the game to get in flow because Ignite really needs this game, so he's about to see a really strong effort from these young guys.
Jalen Green, you go home. You know, there is no time to play through it. You go down 20 early, and it might be over before you could even get to your bench.
Exactly. He sees things, and just that little split second holding the ball right there, that's a great example of it. A lot of guys couldn't make that play. They would have been too early to give it to Todd on that cut.
A lot of resistance there. It's a breakdown. I don't think the defense was designed to allow that. Driving layup by Green, forcing the action a little bit to get in the paint. That started a 17-0 Ignite run. Green elevating, swish.
He probably learned from his former head coach, Phil Jackson.
Jack picks it up. He signals he wants to play for one, but then he finds Green cutting.
Yeah, he said get a ball to Amir Johnson again.
I could draw that one up. Green elevating, defended well.
Kenny Williams, and of course we keep mentioning Anthony Mathis.
As he iced the game in the 3 quarters he was out there. That is some confidence right there, thinking that the game was in hand.
Buttons from his starting lineup to units he's playing together and when he's bringing guys off the bench. But then number 2, I mean, Ignite just turned to the good guys.
Principal Singh has checked in on the Ignite side. Step back, Green, an open look for 3.
Great pass to him, and he was like, wait a minute, I'm wide open, let me shoot it up real quick, and a little too strong.
Green going against Lamb on the step back, pulls the strip. Adds a little March Madness flavor to the playoffs for the G League. Typically in years past, it would be single elimination up to the finals where it would be best of the hoop was 6 feet. I mean, I'd understand how to get my elbow above the rim too. Jalen Green on the baseline.
In general, if you're going to play in the NBA and get called up, that's what they want from you. They want your motor. They want high energy. You play hard, regardless of the ability that you bring.
American East Player of the Year, playing for mid-major Vermont. Jalen Green
Dave,
off the dribble.
44 threes again?
Retirement for you?
I've judged a few. I got the opportunity to judge the dunk contest with Kobe, Dr. J.
And it's rebounded by Anthony Lamb. Another 3 for all. And yet he has consistently delivered on and off the floor as Jalen Green lays it in.
And to add to that, he's not.
Today's loss against Agua Caliente. And we learned during halftime, Vince Carter, that Kuminga is a big fan of what appeared to be pink starbursts.
Even think about it, unless I didn't eat before the game, then I'm trying to find whatever is available at that point.
I mean, there had to have been some secret to play. 20-point lead here for RGV. They led by 14 at the break. They extended it at one point to 23.
And bounced back after, well, there's still time, but the way this game is going, and they're just defensively can't stop the
clock frozen. 9:30 remaining in regulation. There were 3 lead changes in the first quarter. Otherwise, it's been all RGV.
Played this game as if it's an NBA game, and how would you prepare that? But that's the growth for him. That's the next step, because he's shown he can.
Game time decision, and that was an elevated distinction for Martin, who's close to returning. Maybe tomorrow.
Especially guarding especially trying to guard like the Kobe Bryants of the world and Michael Jordans and LeBrons, And and it's kind of bragging a little bit. Yes,
tied up. I mean, outside of the aesthetics of it, what does it help create for you?
It gets you open. You get the elevator doors closing, and you let the announcers say.
Lost their last 6. They alternated wins and losses over the course of their first 6 games. As Jalen Green misses off the back.
Wanted out of his timeout. They often run a back screen for Jalen Green, so he can do something like this.
Just the elevation at the rim as he out.
Those 2 buckets because of his screens.
Those were mean, or at least that was mean. Green too strong, try quarter to shoot bonus free throws. How do you feel about that?
But this is all in an effort to speed up the game.
Fitz starts and Ford comes off the bench. Green pivoting, fading away, and Fitz has the rebound. Another offensive rebound for Ignite, and Jalen Green from deep.
Forced to take that deep 3 because of
Jalen Green starting off the second half with a miss.
You don't have to be scoreboard watching and what other teams are going to do, but you got to take care of business first.
Only Santa Cruz and Jalen Green on the pull-up. Isaiah Todd, the offensive rebound, stripped from his hands.
But you know what, Isaiah Todd, Laura, I'm loving it.
That was a lanky rejection by Todd. But then the missed layup by Ashley. Ford crossing over.
Pass acumen, but he said, I do know he can get buckets. He's gotten buckets today.
It's a good trade-off.
Yeah.
He changes in the fourth. That pass intended for Green was intercepted by Fitz. Palmer Jr. off the dribble.
Experience the iconic style and bold performance in a Cadillac sedan. Reward yourself and move up to a Cadillac.
Palmer will have to shoot 2, each worth 1 point. Roster spots to be had in the NBA. 12 teams have an opening, 16 spots.
Short amount of time. They are thrilled to be back on the basketball court.
And that goes for the coaches too, right?
Yeah.
Connor Johnson said there were a few months there where he was
Of his opportunity, and that was a really good offensive possession last time down for Ignite in terms of moving the basketball and sharing the basketball.
Jalen Green back on the floor, stepping into one. So we got 3 of the young guys on the floor at the same time right now for Ignite, and here's their leader of the pack, Jalen Green. Look out!
He gives us one of those, even that first game where I'm sure he didn't perform the way he wanted to, he has had great body language. He continues to work hard. You see him here with the pull-up. His three-point shooter.
In his G League career, it's his 3rd full season with Delaware. And he's a guy that Connor Johnson told us earlier today, he just needs a team to take a chance on him. Points may have been.
The biggest thing is to pick up the energy, particularly on the defensive end of the floor. You got to get some stops. You can't let Delaware shoot 56% again and then drive inside. We didn't see enough of that kind of ball movement in the first half.
Another turnover, a 3-on-1. Nice lefty flip. They got beat badly on the baseline that time by Michael Frazier. But he's also a guy who's been teaching guys to take care of their bodies, you know, long-term diet, your body, and they've got some time to goof off as well in the bubble. Amir Johnson trying to keep Ignite up early on, I guess. I think I was told it was in the middle school time. It just kind of caught, stuck with him.
He called himself that, or same thing, especially on the defensive end of the floor. And if you're trying to translate or not even understanding at all, when you're out on the floor, what your teammates are saying, the challenge is so much greater.
With our business-friendly climate, a skilled and growing workforce, and a high quality of life, Ohio is better for businesses and employees.
And the Osprey all spring and summer long. But I didn't know that they had any other names besides Osprey.
Yeah?
So there you go. If you see an Osprey.
Free-flowing basketball. What was that? That was a nice play by Marquise Bolden there. Way to stay with it.
Jalen Green inside, denied by Bolden. Just signed to that earlier this week. Now accelerating underneath. Out to Jalen Green. And knocks down the 3. Shootout in Toronto. You will not be disappointed.
Too kind, partner.
Jalen Green looking like Andre Ingram.
Doesn't practice the 3 stops in a row game before you can move to offense. So that's what they're needing right now.
Green blows by the defense.
Whoa.
With an acrobatic finish.
Like fortunate there, but another stop nonetheless.
Green falling away. Got it. It's a 10-0 run. Green into a 3. Oh, yeah! Rookie starting to heat up late in the second.
Yeah, nice offensive movement right there by Canton.
Green drills it from deep.
Exactly what you said, Sean.
Now watching from the corner. Jonathan Kuminga back out to Green. Nearly banked it in. Trying to chest out his own miss. And now slow to get back the other way. Green puts puts it in. Jalen.
It's probably his best look of the night. He's made 3 already, couldn't get that one to drop.
Green into the lane, effortless. He just
ball at the top of the key, kind of going one-on-one like he did there. So he's actually comfortable in that setting.
midway through the third quarter, the Charge haven't cut into the deficits. Ground, especially deep in the post tonight.
They compete, you know. That's all they do. They compete, and that has a lot to do with Coach Brian Shaw preparing these guys for everyone.
Picked up from a guy like Dante Hall, and Brian Shaw also saying, you know, I never knew of him when he first got to camp. Green has that one pop.
Really strong, aggressive D again. Daisha Nix has seen that for the entire bubble. So nothing new for him, and he's a competitor. It might make him even better.
Green.
Still only 18 years old, from the Democratic Republic of the Congo. Well, and it's a great point that you make, because look, obviously this is the path that several players on this team, like Jalen Green, have chosen as that one rims out. Second, a projected top 5 pick is Jonathan Kuminga. Since his 5-star recruit, and there's the athleticism of Jalen Green. If you're taking a 2, 1 free throw worth potentially 2, and then obviously on an N1 situation, just 1, as Green in transition throws it down again. His first 3 of the game, he's up to 5 points. Here's Green. What athleticism by Green, who tried to throw it down, but Gill was in it. Called up by the Toronto Raptors earlier today. Green, the easy bucket by Farrell. Green finding space in the paint, and Jalen Green.
Use more ball rotation and try to find some driving angles to get to the rim. Ignite 2 for 10. So the outside shot hasn't worked, but that's a great start.
Green lost the handle. Green explodes to the basket. What quickness by Jalen.
Hopefully he's okay.
Green steps back into a 3, and it's down to a 9. Great balance for Nathan Peavy's team today. 5 players in double figures. Green sent back by Miller. Memphis on Wednesday, but he's been held scoreless in this one. Just 1 assist in 18 minutes from Jack as well. Jalen Green has played well, and he continues to. He's got 20. University, 1,000-point scorer there for our old colleague Tom Crean as well. Here's Green trying a deep 3. What a story it would be if they can make the playoffs.
I mean, I think they have definitely surprised a lot of people, even in this game, which hasn't been their best showing. I mean,
you share the basketball and move it quickly around the perimeter. A couple games ago when they won, they were a high assist team. They don't have as much success when they're just looking for their one-on.
Plenty of.
Yeah, he just talked about him as a relentless worker, always wanting to get better, and not just getting in the gym and working out his shot, but he wants to understand some of the finer nuances. Talks about that it's kind of becoming a habit, these slow starts. And this is a team that their identity is on the defensive end of the floor. They really get after you, so they just have to make sure to get the shots that they want.
Played with Portland, Indiana, Toronto, the Hornets, Warriors, Cavs, Nets, Pelicans, and Knicks. He suffered a horrific knee injury in March of 2019.
All right, I like that. You know, Jalen Green, he hadn't been able to get his groove offensively, get him cutting back door, get inside, get an easy look at the basket.
Here's Jalen Green. Thought about it, then did pull the trigger, and he comes up short. Green has not shot it well here, just 1 of 6.
And that's a possession where Green has to recognize.
And also, the look from his beauty crew. Whatever the case, they need to do something at halftime. This has not been a star first half for Green. It has been.
Turnover of the game, though. They've done a really good job taking care of the basketball.
Here is Green. Athletic move, but he can't finish. Division II scholarship offers out of high school. He performed so well at Carleton College at the Division III level. He earned a scholarship to Baylor, where he finished his. A lot of people are saying, why isn't he playing with the Mavs G League team? And the answer is, They opted out of the bubble.
Guys, it's going to be the right decision for them. And I'm glad that they have the opportunity to do that, and that the opportunity is no longer just going overseas. If you
Jalen Green, Kuminga. Just 5 points in this one for Green, but he's able to hit the three. 2:40 to go. The Ignite have trailed for most of this game, but they've come back here in the second half to grab a 3-point lead, and there is Green again. Nice feed off the offensive rebound by...
I like anything that involves Jarrett, Jack, Green, and Kuminga.
Here's Green going to work.
Unblockable right-handed hook.
It's interesting what his mission in the G League is, Rebecca, as Jalen, that solo free throw worth 2. Thrown away, Jalen Green picks it up on the run.
Really nice athletic take to get to the basket by Bowden.
Jalen Green on the... There's Green.
Yeah.
Drills a 3. Jalen Green scoops it up. Taking on the defense. His shot was blocked by John. Minutes to go. Bobby Brown baseline. Here's Green into the paint, hanging. Oh, Jalen Green. Kuminga pump fakes. Jalen Green is open. He sticks it.
Back in the game now.
Brian Shaw acting as judge, jury, and executioner there. Inside Hall, kick out Green, feet set, Jalen Green, splash.
Over screens, and that time help, and then a quick contest.
Into Hall, Green the cut on the baseline.
You think?
Owens has been assaulting the basket.
Great job, he got his defender on his hip and didn't let him get around.
Jalen Green can...
You're doing exactly what he needs to do. When he gets it down there in the paint, score it.
Very dangerous inside, and Jalen Green just bullied his way.
Could have shot that 3. He was open off of that pass from Jalen Green, but he decided to make the extra pass because it was the better shot available.
Jack, what a pass, and feeding Jalen.
And the Swarm have done a great job. The Swarm have done a great job of the help defense. When Green...
It's like his best 50 plays.
And I've seen that same highlight that you're talking about, and it's unbelievable. I mean, the kid can fly.
Yes, they are. Points to be had here in the first half. Jalen Green. He gets really good elevate. Definitely needs that parental advisory sticker in the black and white text.
Yeah, at the corner, the bottom left.
Oh, alley-oop for Jack. On the same page there, Hall and Brown, and they avoid the turnover. Good ball movement. Jalen Green for 3.
Listen, let's play it. Now players like a Simmons, it's part of their arsenal. You know, we used to see it few and far between, but now it's just a move that the players do.
3 in the air, Jalen.
House would love to see from him, because just in this day of the NBA, if you're a big, you need to be a big that can shoot.
Jalen Green, a corner triple. Here's
Jalen Green. Brown on the pump fake, working against Harper, the second-year pro, on the kick out to Green.
Got the hometown roll.
You break down home and road records on your notes?
Unfortunately, not yet. I'm going to have to hit up Dakota Schmidt for that.
As he stays down for an extra beat, Ignite has numbers the other way. Jalen Green rips it away, patient underneath, count it, and 1. Around the horn, Green.
team, mostly off the bench. That was his first bucket, but just a really nice fluid stroke there in the mid-range from Lewis.
Jalen Green left the three-point. I think he's one of the most interesting guys in the league, Kevin, in just the sense of you have an accomplished college player, Jalen Green, what he's doing with Ignite, fitting in around the stars of Kuminga and Green.
Yeah, they don't need him beating people off the dribble. They need Jalen Green beating people off the... I think he thought he was getting hit. That's why he put it up, and that's why it looked like that.
That's I think those are called analytics these days, actually.
Yes. Yeah, maybe.
Westchester's defense, traditionally a staple for them over the course of their franchise history. Were you just counting them up yourself there?
I was moving it a couple of things on my abacus to the right-hand side.
Jalen Green turning around.
Feet to keep up with, where kind of eyes light up like saucers as you see all this space, and then you travel before you can really put it on the deck.
At last to go straight from high school to the NBA, but also the fact that a couple years ago when working out at the 76ers practice facility, which also... Corner look.
And Randall, but Antonius Cleveland, Moses Brown has been a revelation for them. They got a lot of talent on that roster.
4 to shoot. Iggy on the drive. His shot rejected. The run out. Jalen Green. That's smart. If it goes well, credit the coach. If it doesn't, it's the player's fault. Jalen Green driving in. Down to Brazdakis, up by King.
Lewis King has been involved in everything here in regulation, and that one, in overtime I should say, and that one does it.
Jalen Green has had 3 straight performances of at least 21 points. Jordan Bell is shooting 83% from the field.
I mean, 83%, that is just ridiculous, right? You think he has to cool off sometimes? Roddy Marshall just made his G-League debut in Monday's game against Long Island, and he had just come out of quarantine. You got to give him some credit. Looks very motivated, and we've heard that, you know, there's some teams in the bubble that can't wait for their crack at Ignite for various reasons, and Erie looks like...
Good defense by Jalen Green. Getting to the rim.
And that's what Ignite wants to do.
Brian Shaw got to work with Ignite prior to the season in Walnut Creek near his Oakland home.
Off to that, Jordan Bell. That is what Coach Pannone told us today has really been the centerpiece of this Erie team, has been those 3 players pro. And especially as a young pro, again, it's not always about the shots falling or turnovers that you can't get back, but how do you adjust your attitude, your approach to the game?
Regular season games compressed to just 25 days, and so you're not going to have more than a day off in between games, if that. A number of back beyond the arc. Dacian Nix the rebound. In the backcourt with Jarrett Jack. And now Jalen Green lines it up. Short on a 22-8 spurt. There was just one lead change back in the first quarter. Largest lead of the afternoon for Erie. All right in line with their season profile entering today's game. Headman feed, that's Green, on the second-year head coach for Erie. And I'm just curious, in reflection of the different ways that he wanted to attack Ignite and the ways in which he put this game in
here in this G League bubble with 2-way players for both teams.
Yeah, also mentioned the executive vice president of basketball.
And also to work in the front office in the NBA.
I hold a little resentment towards New Orleans, though, I must be honest. I worked with...
Jack took it. He went left hard.
Jalen Green firing away. Knight got it back. A full 24-second reset of the shot clock should have occurred. Jalen Green shooting over.
Gets going offensively over there in the left corner.
Instead, they go inside to out for Green. That's short. Jack rejects the screen. Now he probes. Wide open for Green. Another short attempt. Shifty, Green, baseline launch. Here's Cook. Gets a whistle this time as he went right. Hangs and hits. How long did he stay elevated?
He switched it from like right, left, and he was still in the air to put it up.
They didn't like their A and B options from before. Skip to Green.
Is ready to be on an NBA roster.
Second year out of Iowa, spent time last year with Denver and Cleveland. And
he's got the lane to drive through, and that's what they want him to do. He's out here to be a scorer, so right there. He's got the space.
Ignite led by 7 in this quarter. Iowa has come back to take the lead. Green wants it back, but leaves. Still a 2-possession game.
Exactly.
Viene aquí otra oportunidad de los Raptors. En esta ocasión falló Alice Johnson. El rebote para el Ignite. La posibilidad de larga distancia de Jay. También se usan mucho para el frío ese tipo de guantes. Es la diferencia, ¿no? Ahora viene la respuesta del Ignite. Ahora sí, finalmente. Hernández, que vuelve a aparecer. Ya tiene 5 unidades. El de la Florida, de Juan Hernández. Respuesta por parte de Green. Y equivocó en la entrega que estaba buscando a Jalen Harris. Toño Rodríguez, todo nuestro equipo de producción. Guillermo Celis, hoy encabezados por Pepe Castillo en los controles.
Rol cantado y después en transición recibiendo las primeras canastas de esta segunda mitad.
Jalen Green se dio la vuelta. Y ahora la respuesta de Flynn. Quedó en intento, pero pues arrancando esta segunda mitad, Flynn ha sido el más importante.
Pascal Siakam, campeón Rudy Gobert, 2 veces defensivo del año. Chris Middleton, jugador All-Star. Chris Boucher, una estrella en desarrollo de los Raptors. Duncan Robinson, finalista con el Miami Heat. Kendrick Nunn, súper destacado con el Miami, pero pues que desde la posición de guardia es sencillamente imparable.
Sí, nos ha tocado ya en un par de ocasiones, Toño, en un juego con Kate Cunningham y no, tampoco consiguió puntos Tyreek. Y nuevamente Dyson Nix, ya con menos de 4 minutos. Green se tiene fe. Y tratar de llevar esto por lo menos a 2 minutos los del Ignite. Nix se frena, va hasta el otro lado. Las cosas con calma, el intento de 3. Puntos de ventaja para el Ignite. Flynn se tuvo fe. Viene Jarrett Jack y estaba esperándolo bajo la canasta para con...
Sudden, I had some very serious injuries, and said he enjoyed his time with Sioux Falls and got the offer to come join Ignite. Nice move there to the rim by Green, a way to get to the rack, and that was an excellent example of exactly that.
No, I think you bring up a great point, LaChina, is Green on the step back, that these
without Bobby Brown, who is out with an ankle injury. So Jack's having to take on a little bit more of that load of the leadership in the backcourt.
Oh, acrobatic. Cleveland lost it. Good catch and finish for Jalen Green, team highest scorer. He put Oklahoma City back in front. Quick trigger, Green. The rest of them can be found on ESPN+. Jalen Green off glass.
In favor of the Warriors. Green takes Mannion off the dribble, lost it, got it back, and there's the first.
Table. So they're going to get D'd up pretty hard in all the games.
And in most cases, making maybe 10 times the amount the other guys are making as Green missed. Wesson looks really thin as well. He got to Ohio State, a 300-pounder. It was down at about 2.7. Double score figure for Ignite with 10. Waiting for Jalen Green to get going. Just 2 points on 3 shots. He'll find a spot on the baseline.
It hasn't been easy, though. Man,
He's playing for the Santa Cruz Warriors this year. He was one of 3 Santa Cruz players in double figures. Here's Green off the bounce. Nice little up and under.
Yeah, I really.
Wesson.
And when your 6'8" guy can get to the middle of the floor and then deliver in.
Was undrafted out of Arkansas. Outstanding three-point shooter and some hustle here.
But how did Chris Wheat?
Even more comfortability we've seen in the second half, and a miss by Bobby Brown. That will continue along as they start to mount these games 2 and 3. And it's Kuminga missing.
One of the areas Brian Shaw said Kuminga needs to.
Importantly, to get the 2 points on the board.
How about Kuminga being the one bringing it up against the full court pressure?
6'8", 222, uber skilled.
As you do.
Here's young Jalen Green, giving it up to Brown with 7 on the shot clock, and a splash on the 3.
The bigs who are playing so well dictate how you need to play, or what needs to happen, where the ball needs to go, because right now he's lane or the driving lane and just make the game tough for him. And offensively, everybody is chipping in at the three-point line. I feel like I'm watching a three-point contest because Wright dropped to a measly 59% from 3 now.
Right, exactly. They've cooled down.
Yeah. But that's
Green
what you
gives it
want.
up.
That's
Bobby
what you
Brown.
want. Yes.
Semifinals. The Ignite picking it up defensively. Here's Green to Brown in transition, and Brown lays it in.
They need a lot of this. I mean, this is eating the ball. So when there's dribble penetration, there's no help side defense, and they're getting these easy layups.
Good-looking feed, and Cody Demps, the beneficiary.
Contest, and normally you hope that's short or an offside, but these guys are. But they've been in a rhythm since the beginning of the game. So trying to put out a 5.
Determined to get to the rim.
Green grabs that rebound. Headman feed to Isaiah Todd. 9:05. If Ignite can hold on. Jalen Green driving in. Johnson, a perfect 10 of them. They need it to stay alive in the playoff chase. Brandon Ashley turning around inside of the free throw line, and he knocks.
High energy, you play hard. Regardless of the ability that you bring, they want your effort to be there, and he has that.
Isaiah Todd, nicely done with the left hand.
It's been great.
Some thoughts on your end?
It's been great, David. You've been great. You've made this easy for me. I was a little worried that
passing lane knocks it away, and he gets the alley-oop from Green. And Todd using this G League Ignite path really to his benefit to make himself a potential draft pick.
Yeah.
Playing in the two-man game, taking the spot that was occupied by Dante Hall. Emmanuel Terry, the offensive rebound in the stick back. Really grew up as a California State chess champion as a young kid at 5 years old, devoting 30 hours a week to chess. 2-0, and it's gone back and forth. 8 times the lead has changed hands. Jalen Green misfiring.
In any of the post-game Zooms, as you see the nice drive by Tucker. Connor Johnson, man, he was intense after the game this morning. Nice and mild-mannered. He hadn't quite found his...
Nice pass, gets through and turns over. Green, great touch pass to Kuminga for the slam.
Those two have a nice connection.
Player of the week in that very first week, and he's largely continued that. Daisha Nix getting the second half start, gets the bucket.
How about not the Ritz?
No, we're no 5 stars in the G League, right?
Players, not hotels.
Well, there's been give and take. They're playing a lot above water in the top 8 with 3 more games to go.
Yeah, and a very manageable end in sight. You know, this has been a sprint the last couple of weeks, but they only have 3.
Trying to make it to the next level. The NBA draft coming up. Green defended by a rookie, Broderick Thomas. Now to Isaiah Todd, and drills it. Now Richardson off the dribble, going at Kuminga. Couldn't lay it in. Numbers the other way. Green back to Kuminga. Cleared for takeoff. Green whips it inside. Kuminga the finish.
I was struck in chatting with Nathan Peavy, the Stars head coach. He said, look, you know what? Part of developing is learning how to win. As the bucket goes down.
3-point line. I mean, they just spend a lot of that defensive possession watching.
Here's a 3 by Brandon Ashley, and the Ignite
points off 11 Ignite turnovers.
Watch this team through 19 minutes as Green lobs it up to Kuminga. What a combination. Jalen Green, the opportunity to make $500,000. Skipping that, why not allow him that?
Yeah.
Ashley finishing at the rim. And
a team is going to find a place for him.
Riller, his pass goes off the rim. Now a run out. Kuminga in transition.
Kitchen.
Got 5. He's played in the NBA with the Grizzlies and was on a 2-way last year with the Hornets. Brown. They have it going all game long. Big Sky's all-time leading scorer at Montana State.
Kuminga stepping back and firing NBA right now, spread out over 13 teams. So I suppose each member of the starting 5 for both teams, when you take away the draft-eligible prospects.
Professional on the court as well. I really like the addition when they got Amir Johnson to sign with Ignite. And how about that pass from Jalen Green to Amir?
Catch and shoot, Iggy. Short. 3 of 10 funky from the field.
Coming out of his hand.
Dante Hall. Jared Harper fading away. He wanted a whistle. And he allows Ashley to go right by him for the layup. And so that's an excellent feature of the setup they created down in Lake Buena Vista, Florida. Slipped inside to...
But he was just so in touch with his team and his players and talked about getting to know them personally. And he's really putting the pieces together.
Hall runs the
reason. He said he is so enjoying this opportunity to work with young guys, and you see his leadership and his coaching as you watch the game, and there they go right. I believe that might have been their second, David. I don't think they go that long without a 3-ball. They had, what, 10 at the half, 12 now?
You look.
They were honestly getting so many early shot clock looks and knocking down threes that distorting the screen is what you're referring to, David. Didn't even.
Instead, they go inside to out for Green. That's short. Gets his own miss. Jack is wide open, and he's been near the possession here, 30 seconds in. Ashley on the reverse.
Yeah, Ashley had a one-on-one.
But Todd and Nix have been really strong pieces as well. Dante Hall runs the floor, and he's rewarded.
Teams that have played 3 games in 4 days. Look a little bit more tired, a little less quick than they did in the first half.
Todd trying to... You can hear Jared Jack saying attack it with the shot clock winding down. Nix forces it up, and Dacian.
Green. Ya regresó Green. Y Sayatov con...
Tied at 46. Green cut off by Reese. Bobby Brown again plus. And then on Monday against Iowa, also an afternoon game at 3 Eastern time on ESPNU. So great opportunity for these guys not only to get active.
They tried to get something or make something happen, and Jonathan Kuminga finishing on the other end.
Mack back to work, had it blocked by Green.
Prospects who will be joining those 4 teams in action tomorrow night in the league next year.
Weight room, just getting ready, coming off of some injuries, and he said he is so enjoying this opportunity to work with young guys in tight contests, make them earn it.
Randall turns the corner into the paint.
Biggest lead, 39 in this matchup. We're halfway through the second quarter, and they're the best player on that team easily. But shout out to CP3 All-Stars. They've got a lot of their players in this.
I had some pretty good battles against Jared Jack over the course of the year, so I know what he can do.
37 years old, he played part of 13 seasons with 9 NBA teams, and a good-looking...
He shoots the ball extremely well, a very tough-nosed player.
Second effort by Johnson. He is just Green's up to 7 points.
There he goes. I mean, and he's not settling now. I thought he was settling for the jump shot. I think
stopped this 905 team, the highest scoring team in the G League during the regular season. Here's
Absolutely.
Morgan. Oh, what a good look.
Carving up Ignite's defense.
Here's Gary Payton the second. Oh, what a feed to Ellenson.
Great play.
Stauskas, a little 2-man game, takes it all the way. Ellenson there to clean.
Ashley blocked by who else? Braxton Key. Ashley came up with it. Here's Jalen Green.
No open looks for him if you're Ignite. He's very capable of scoring that ball.
Bobby Brown misfires quickly the other way. Dotson high off the wind. Again, trying to come off of an 18-point loss to the Vipers. Here's Thomas inside. Won't go, but Bolden there to clean it up. Point game. Dotson with an isolation. Working by Nix. And another nice. Randolph into the lane. Has it blocked by Todd.
Here's Bay working on young Green. Lost the handle.
Speed Salt Lake City up a little. That's a good way to start it. And then just making the most of their offensive possessions. Not being afraid, even though time is running, let the ball work.
Keep getting Kuminga touches in the paint when he's posting up and has the size advantage.
Terry gives it up to Gillespie, who has it battered.
He will present itself a lot for players.
That's for sure. We saw that with Paul Reed, the Philadelphia and Delaware earlier this year. Got some
couple big screens, maybe a TV and a tablet. I mean, how are you consuming all the gear?
Well, I got this nice big mounted hall again. This team is really playing well together as a team.
What a stark difference from yesterday's outing. Team to come to him. He checked out earlier with 3 assists. He's now returned and has 8 points, being more aggressive offensively. Eight straight for Ignite. Kiss. 4 to shoot. Iggy on the drive. His shot rejected. Perfect 2-for-2 start. There's Green. Good hands by Adams. Numbers the other way. Adams will take it himself. And Tony Carr with 4 seconds on the timer. Put in as Green was there with good hands. skip to Green, baseline. That last free throw was worth 2 points. He hit an earlier free throw that was worth 3. And so he's been able to really help his
tipo atletas y eso les va a servir mucho.
Sí. Ahora el intento de lejos. Uy.
Nick on Wednesday, not only efficient, but he looks like he's healthier than we've seen him in a very long time.
Working in tandem with Brown, that bounce pass is knocked out of bounds. Entire way. Jerome inside, Brown. On the verge of going 2 for 2. Cleveland lays it in.
Odd short on the 3.
We're seeing the difference in offenses right now. The ball is flowing for the 905, and you see great patience, dribble penetration. This time they get the layup. Yeah, these guys, I mean, they're the Ignite. They have to work so hard to get shots and to
aims the rebound for Ignite.
I mean, that's what you want. One shot, rebound, and get off in transition, and a stepping stone to that next level. Working on it. And it's tough. I mean, you're talking about telling these guys who are
Caliente. Then he was recalled back to the Los Angeles Clippers, played in a handful of games, and now this is...
Camera is on the mind blown.
He's media trained.
So there it is. There's the big board that shows you how many points each guy has. And what a really well-run play, and it starts with Jordan Ford and his ability to get a step or difficult time at this level, and he hasn't. He has a great frame, and he's shown his strength.
Dunk is missed.
Teammates on the bench.
A ball fake, a hard drive, and a slam dunk. The year out of Cal State Northridge. Been slowed by injury. But Connor Johnson able to get him a bucket.
Yeah, again, one of the lone bright spots last game and a disappointing loss to Salt Lake.
Thomas got by the defense. Golden back on the block. So Dominic Pointer attacking and throwing it down with 2 hands. Levi Randolph attacking against Ashley. And Thomas stepped on the sideline, hands it right back.
Yeah, teammates are always happy for their guys getting called up. So, like you mentioned, the Ignite guys were ecstatic for Dante Hall, even though they could probably...
Yeah, I quickly knew in those first days of practice that he wasn't going to be with us long.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah.
Mack attacks.
Tried to get something or make something happen, and Jonathan Kuminga finishing on the other end.
Mack back to work, had it blocked by Green. One-on-one with Nix, kicks it back out to Shil Mack. Trying to attack Green. One-on-one with him, banked it in, and the Kuminga, the projected lottery pick in this year's draft. Another one, Jalen Green inside, and it's Mack.
Them haven't even touched the NBA yet.
Well, that is a major part of the story with this team. Off the bounce, it's Josh Green's injury, unlikely to be back here in the second half, so they're already without.
Gets overlooked, and that's unfortunate, but boy, is he playing some fantastic basketball right now, as he has proven to be a very good playmaker.
Here's Malcolm Miller, and he's back here in the bubble, Rebecca, leading this Hustle team.
It's got to be such a unique situation when you're coaching. The ball into Stockton's hands, let him make a decision here.
They go to Terry, drops it off to Buchanan. Jack gets in the way.
Prospects who will be joining those 4 teams in action tomorrow night in the league next year. BJ Johnson driving in. Big day on the NBA calendar tomorrow as 10-day contract.
He already has 10 points and 3 blocks and 2 rebounds.
Listen, he's making his presence felt.
So is Kobe. Simmons on the drive. Nice with an assist, but the scouts will like that on film.
Lewis King, downhill driver, muscling his way in. Jared Harper on the move. That's an air ball.
NBA. The G League has so many guys on G League contracts who have played in the NBA. It just goes to show you the talent in this league.
Yeah, especially in a
point, David. Guys are getting tested here every day, so you know they're being safe in the bubble, and you're going into another safe environment.
Pushing the ball up the floor or just making the right pass in the right place just makes this Ignite offense move beautifully.
Final 30. Utah, such a great decision maker, calls his own number.
So, I mean, they just don't look like they've got that spark and that same energy that they've had. But again, you got to credit Erie because they've been the aggressor.
One voice louder and stronger than the rest, and that's Jarrett Jack. And he is the one who has the experience, and that's what you need here. Jack all game long.
Green, good defense against Brown, forcing it up.
Por 3 puntos para tratar de agilizar los juegos, entre otras medidas. El overtime en esta G-League es solamente de 2 minutos, ¿no? Le quieren quitar el...
Hernández. Harris atrás. Gary Payton se metió. Iba de Gary Payton. Y a ver si esa gran jugada de Payton atrás puede terminar en puntos también para los Raptors por el mismo Payton. Centro hasta ahora, 11 puntos para el Ignite. Siguen dormidos, arrancaron dormidos los Raptors esta segunda mitad y están tardando demasiado en despertar.
Jerome's floater is pure.
But then the touch to shoot that off the glass. He didn't even have a great angle on that, honestly.
Jason Randall going right at China Robinson. I'm David Resnick. Both teams going back to their starters after the OKC timeout. And Chasen, he delays. Pokuševski, after a missed three, will take it off the dribble and then lose it.
Tight contest, make them earn it.
Randall turns the corner into the paint.
The other day, just to realize not only did most of these players maybe weren't even born as a
odd short on the three.
We're seeing the difference in offenses right now. The ball is flowing for the 905 and possible, and you want to score at the free throw line with the clock stop because if not, it's already out of hand. A stepping stone to that next level, working on it. And it's tough. I mean, you're talking about telling these guys who are
3:15 to go. Fitz off target. This is Bobby Brown.
Teammates on the bench.
A ball fake, a hard drive, and a slam dunk. The year out of Cal State Northridge. Been slowed by injury. But Connor Johnson able to get him 18 three-pointers. 2:42 away from ending the slide.
Out in the G League bubble.
Man.
Dotson late in the timer, steps back and nails it. One-on-one with Nix, kicks it back out to Sheldon Mack. Trying to attack Green. One-on-one with him, banked it in, and the Kuminga, the projected lottery pick in this year's draft. Another one, Jalen Green inside, and it's Mack again.
Looking to make his way here with G League Ignite. Green spinning into the paint, and it rims out.
BJ Johnson driving in. It's a 6-point game at halftime in Long Island's favor.
So the lead is 22. Knocked out a play off Simmons. Simmons on the drive. Nice.
So, I mean, they just don't look like they've got that spark and that same energy that they've had. But again, you got to credit Erie because they've been the aggressor.
I worked with Teresa Weatherspoon for 2 years on Westchester Knicks broadcasts, and they snatched away the Hall of Famer.
One voice louder and stronger than the rest, and that's Jarrett Jack. And he is the one who has the experience, and that's what you need here. Jarrett Jack all game long.
Green, good defense against Brown, forcing it up.
Por 3 puntos para tratar de agilizar los juegos. Entre otras medidas, el overtime en esta G-League es solamente de 2 minutos, ¿no? Le quieren quitar el...
Y la parrilla y todo eso, ¿no? También se usan mucho para el frío ese tipo de guantes. Es la diferencia, ¿no?
But then the touch to shoot that off the glass. He didn't even have a great angle on that, honestly.
Jason Randall going right
outside. And just good decisions all around. When to take it himself, when to find teammates. The strength he has finishing.
Hayes pulls up at the line. Hayes a little bit shaking and baking. And short.
Using a crossover on Green, trying to go up. Gets that one to go. He finishes eventually at the top of the key. Green keeps his hands in the pocket. David Jones crosses over, floats it up. Misses.
Makoka, Renfro, Parentes, Williams, and Mathis for Austin. That's Williams.
To just play the same style we've been playing. Don't do anything different. Don't go outside of our offense or your ability. He'll learn as he continues to play this game at this pace. Just making that decision and figuring out.
Randolph feeds the beast again on the block. Thomas. Golden back on the block. Their Dominic Pointer attacking and throwing it down with 2 hands.
Yeah, teammates are always happy for their guys getting called up. So, like you mentioned, the Ignite guys were ecstatic for Dante Hall, even though they could probably try to get something or make something happen, and Jonathan Kaminga finishing on the other end.
Mack back to work, had it blocked by Green.
This is game 8 for the G League Ignite squad. Out of 15 that they'll play.
On to the next play. That kind of stuff is important.
Jalen Green scoops it up. NBA champion 3 times as a player as part of the Kobe Shaq Lakers, and 2 more as an assistant coach. Best clips in the league at better than 20 per. And I think it's fairly kind of laid out in terms of...
You got to be worried about getting back and not letting that happen.
Jump shot.
Allen will
out in transition, making the extra pass. Starts with Jarrett Jack. Point line coming into this game, shooting 40% from deep. That's impressive, especially considering the different distance in the G League from where he's coming from.
They did 3 on the break, didn't they? Yeah, you don't often see that. They're doing has a wide open here.
Serbia at the top of the key. 3:12 left to go. He goes baseline, puts it up with the right, and he finishes.
You see great patience, dribble penetration.
Look
this time
at
they get the layup. You can tell his mentality is to the upper room, is what I used to call it. For you guys who don't really dunk, yes. Go up. See baskets for your guys, and that's what he's done. Their coach just having these guys ready to play.
Queen But aims the rebound for Ignite.
I mean, that's what you want. One shot, rebound, and get off in transition. And
was not one of those,
and David, when I started,
25 a season that you're talking about.
Right. Yeah. And David, remember this, when I started a little bit, yes, I played against Michael Jordan, Kobe Bryant, and LeBron James.
It's on
so
the
I got
record.
to play
it's
against
okay.
three of the best to do it.
Camera is on the Mind Blown.
He's media trained.
So there it is. There's the big board that shows you how many points each guy has. And what a really well-run play. And it starts with Jordan Ford and his ability to get a stepper.
He has worked his way up, Rebecca, like so many of the coaches we see in the NBA now. They usually start in the video room, and that's where Connor...
Okay.
Yeah, again, one of the lone bright spots last game and a disappointing loss to Salt Lake.
Thomas got by the defense. See Jalen Green with his 6 trays.
Talk about a response.
Tyshawn Alexander. Yeah, I quickly knew in those first days of practice that he wasn't going to be with us long.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah.
Mack attacks.
The evolution of some of the playing styles of teams in the league, most notably the Warriors.
3 injury, unlikely to be back here in the second half, so they're already without.
Sometimes gets overlooked, and that's unfortunate, but boy, is he playing some fantastic basketball right now.
And here, that first half was all about the experienced guard play of Jack and Brown.
Yeah, Jack with not
off the rim.
Kuminga threw that up as if Johnson has his ups.
You got to recalibrate. Do you have that outlook?
No.
Beautiful feed overall. Martin underneath. Big day on the NBA calendar tomorrow as 10-day contract.
He already has 10 points and 3 blocks and 2 rebounds.
Listen, he's making his presence felt.
So is Kobe.
Set it back up, got the ball hopping around. Jalen Green got the 3.
He's got 12 points, 3 rebounds, 2 assists, 2 steals.
Professional career, including time spent overseas. Brandon Ashley making the short jump shot. Jared Harper on the move. That's an air ball point game in Ignite's favor. Its largest lead of the first half. Harper off of one leg. Knicks have dropped 3 in a row. Brazdeikis has it knocked away and fully secured by Jalen. Utah, such a great decision maker, calls his own number.
Yeah, Utah doing a little of everything, and Coach Pannone was singing high praises for Utah, a player that's had to change positions from center to small forward. I know he's playing.
Now he'll reignite from the outside. Bada dribbling by Briscoe, finds some space and misses the mid.
Trata de sentenciar, tampoco lo hace. Vamos a entrar al último minuto y son 5 puntos de ventaja para el Ignite.
China Robinson, I'm David Resnick. Both teams going back to their starters after the OKC timeout and chasing.
Tight contest, make them earn it.
Randall turns the corner into the paint.
Oh. But that was all because of the pass from Bobby Brown, beautifully delivered.
Dante Hall. Jonathan Kuminga had an outstanding 13-point first half. Using the screen from Johnson. Mannion will step into this one. It's going to go out of bounds. It'll
forward.
Foul line jump shot is way off.
Patterson hits the three. And if he's going to be open, that's not good for Canada. And Patterson drives in.
Ooh, with the crossover. Going up, off the glass, missing that one. Taking out the ball. Top of the key, they set up the offense. USA playing D and man right now.
Dixon at TCU, one of them, he told me, you know, some guys just don't want to go to class right away. Well, you know what? If there comes a point in time where they want to get a playoff game, winner advances to the semifinals. The Ignite picking it up defensively. Here's Green to Brown.
Just been flying all over the gym. Thank goodness there aren't any fans in there because you got to watch your head. Just the way the team has been throwing the ball around the gym.
Green, an 80% free throw shooter on the season, missing there.
A little bit. Yes, I played against Michael Jordan, Kobe Bryant, and LeBron James.
It's on
so
the
I got
record.
to play
It's
against
okay.
three of the best to do it.
Against Delaware.
Good looks. They've gotten good looks.
Wallace throws.
I'm guessing that's not what Brian Shaw wanted out of his timeout. You know, they often run a back screen for Jalen Green, so he can do something like this.
Now working his way back through the G League. And Isaiah Todd on the floor for the first time.
Shoot 56% again, and then if you get stops, you got to go the other way and create some quick offense. But it's more about your energy and trying.
Throw potentially worth 3 points. If you're taking a 2, one free throw worth potentially 2, and then obviously on an N1 situation.
Back and finding the gaps of the defense, and that was the kind of possession where he found the cracks and was patient in getting to it.
The ball into Stockton's hands. Let him make a decision here.
They go to Terry, drops it off to Buchanan. Jack gets in the way.
Inside of the arc in the act of shooting. That solo free throw worth 2. Thrown away.
To the next play. That kind of stuff is important.
Jalen Green scoops it up.
Other skill sets, he runs the floor, he moves his feet well. A team is going to find a place for him.
Riller, his pass goes off the rim.
Go in, but that's what I mean by being unselfish. Todd could have shot that 3. He was open off of that pass from Jalen Green, but he decided to make the extra.
Knicks have dropped 3 in a row. Brazdakis has it knocked away and fully secured by Jalen. 5.5 minutes to go, first half. Good defense by Jalen Green.
There'll be some nights like this as a pro, and especially as a young pro. Again, it's not always about the shots falling or turnover.
I think I'm probably not the only one saying that to him.
You can share credit, that's fine.
Y la parrilla y todo eso, no. También se usan mucho para el frío ese tipo de guantes. Es la diferencia, ¿no? Aquí tiene Flynn otra vez la oportunidad. Prefirió abrir y equivocó en la entrega que estaba buscando.
La NBA que pasaron por la G League. Pascal Siakam, campeón. Rudy Gobert, 2 veces defensivo del año. Chris Middleton, jugador All-Star. Chris Boucher,
He delays. Pokuševski, after a missed 3, will take it off the dribble and then lose it.
Stops the little momentum that Mali were having. The turnover, and we said the next 2 minutes would tell you.
3-point shot. You saw it there, a very effective finish from him as we watched the replay of Jokubaitis' score.
And there's Green, and there's one way to deal with it. Just took the dribble to the defense, which is not the answer. Turnover, chance for the United States to run again. And I think there's a combination here of the United States stepping off a little bit in the pressure and Russia just beginning a little bit more confident, but another.
change it up a bit, not full court. We've got to hurry. Get it over at Moncrief. And Moncrief has it taken away by Green. He's going in for the dunk.
Which would you go
for?
26-5, fast break points.
Yeah, which one would you go for?
I like Stewart.
That's a tough choice. Oh, look at that. Great play, great steal. And Green goes in for the dunk.
I like Stewart, I like Mobley, Carrier-like.
And into Mobley!
Here's Serbia once again. Coming on the fast break, their hands in the passing. That's Meek. Pokusevski. Jalen Green, stolen. Green. On baseline, Suggs turns it over one more time. Here's Green though, he saves the day. Right under 5:10 left to go here in the first. Great defense. USA, once again, they go. Misses that one, rebound by Chain. For China, he looks up, almost goes out of bounds. Green playing the passing lane. A lot of people checking out all over the world on Calipari at Kentucky. Here's a steal. Team USA, he can't play today. Molly breaking the press. Looking down low, Jalen Green comes up with the steal.